Alright, today let's try something a bit different. I want to try another variation of statikk AP Kaisa, which is instead of going for ER, we're gonna go for Shojin. So you go statikk, Shojin, Shadow Flame. It's worked exactly the same way as ER, but you just replace with this item. It does give you the haste, it gives you more damage with your abilities with this, and it makes you a bit more tanky. It also gives you evolution. The one downgrade is that it does less damage in ER and is more expensive. So there we go. It's not me that found this build, by the way. It's one of my friends that actually recommended me to go for this. So I want to try. It's always fun to try new stuff on the champion. So yeah, we're facing Twitch Senna. Twitch is actually pretty easy for Kaisa overall. I would say it's more of Senna that's a bit more difficult to deal with. Also, we have a Lulu, so we don't have any CC. It's always like, that's why I hug the wall, because at this point every time they cheese like that, it's so common. No. I can't do much here. Entry. We need them to engage on us, or do a mistake? That's the issue with Lulu, is that Lulu is great at answering engages, but not the best at actually engaging, and I don't have the range or the CC to actually engage. That's the thing. He can poke, but nope, I can't. He's coming. Oh, that's a Mumu. No way. Oh my gosh. But that's also why. That's also the fact I've got them useless statikk. That doesn't really help. Yeah, I got evolution now. If I had Kraken Slayer, or if I had like Guntao, we kill there easily. Easily. But that's kind of limits of APK, so obviously. Even if you still have a comfortable laning phase, because you still have statikk, you have less damage in a normal ADC build. So that's basically the limit of this build. Oh. It's so hard without CC. It's so difficult to actually engage. Alright. Got him. Alright, we can commit here. Nice. Clean. Nice. Okay, now don't FF, guys. Don't FF. Don't FF yet. Let me get my W, please. I mean, overall, it still does the job. I would still prefer ER over Shojin, to be totally fair. Maybe the passive here will do more damage. I think the one thing it has over is that... hello there. Yeah. Yeah, the damage. Yeah, again, okay, that's the advantage here. Is that in more closer combat, GG, you can see the amount of damage I'm doing just because of the Shojin, so it does more damage. The good thing about Spear is the increased damage. So when you're like fighting with your Q and auto attacks, close combat, you can stack your Shojin pretty fast, and your W and your passive does way more damage than ER. So overall, ER has more burst damage, but Shojin has more long-term damage with your poke, with your W. So if you're in a big fight, Shojin does more damage. If you're just going for one person, then ER has more damage. ER is more, it's cheaper though. That's the thing, right? So I guess it depends, right? I think Shojin makes sense, but I think that if really we're comparing ER to Spear, I would say that Spear is better when you have a lead. If you can afford it, then I think it makes sense to go for this over ER, because it does do more damage, especially if you're someone that likes to be more aggressive. But if you're someone that wants to simply spam W from far away, and you don't really want to get too close, and especially when you're a bit behind or you're not fed, in this case I think ER is better, because it gives you your W evolution way faster, and it does more burst damage, which is kind of what you want. Spear is really a bit more, it's like prestige, premium version of AP statikk Kaisa, I would say. Okay, let's try again with Shojin, because last game was actually pretty quick. We didn't have time to really test it. So let's see if we can have a better game. A longer game, I mean, not a better game, longer game. Caitlyn Lulu. Oh. Well, I'm trying to delay a little bit. We can play in an ICS and slow push the wave. Nice. Ah. I have multiple bots, I'm fine. Damn, we're destroying them. Damn. This is rough, holy. I wanted to shove to get vision, but I should have put vision earlier. My bad. Why are we top lane? Bot lane has... Too late, dude. They have sums now. Too late for that. Could have ganked before. Nice. Alright, I got my Q now. Oh boy. Boom. You're not hidden in your ultimate talent. Okay, maybe do something. We can maybe do something here. Lulu is mid. There is no way for her. There we go. Clean. Also, yeah, one issue with this build is that you don't have much mana. It's also a problem with the build. You don't have the mana regeneration of ER. No charge. My gosh, I'm missing my W's here. Alright, it's fine. We got it. It's fine. We can. There you go. There we go. We can force them. We can force them to fight. They need to go to the choke. It can be deadly for them anyway. Alright. Nice. GG's. Clean game. Clean game, clean snowball with the W evolution. And there we go, the power of Shojin Kaisa. I mean, the one thing I like a lot about Shojin is that when you're fed, the extra damage from the passive does help a lot. Power of the build. I still think personally that, I still think overall that ER is better because it's cheaper, more damage for your burst. But I think that Shojin is a really good option as a premium item, as a premium option when you're fed, when you can afford it. I think this is a good thing to go for. There we go.